Hey DVC fan, Amy and Paul here, and we are coming to you from the ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex for the first Run Disney event of the season, the Wine Dine Half Marathon.
Yeah, I'm excited and a little bit nervous. I've actually never ran a half marathon before, not even in training. We were so busy. We trained the best that we could, but you know, training in the summer is really tough, and our training started in July, Florida in summer, and then we've just been so busy. So I've never gone past 10 miles. This will be my first time tomorrow during the race.
Yeah, we're super excited to just have fun, be here, just enjoy the time with friends, enjoy being out on the course with everyone else, and just kind of bringing you along for the weekend, showing you a little bit about what Run Disney's about, because I think there are a lot of Disney Vacation Club members out there that are also Run Disney fans as well. And if you're a Run Disney person and you're not a Disney Vacation Club member, it's time to probably be considering that, because you're coming here like 4 times a year or more. So I don't think of anything else that really makes them more sense as a match made in heaven than Run Disney and Disney Vacation Club. But we're going to take you around with us throughout the weekend and show you what Run Disney's all about.
We are here for the Wine Dine Half Marathon. So this is the start of the Run Disney season, and Paul and I just picked up our bibs and we are excited. This is Paul's second half marathon, but it's my first one. So
we came into the Run Disney Expo. This is where you're going to actually pick up your t-shirts after you've picked up your bibs. But you'll definitely want to spend some time and walk around. There's also all kinds of freebies. We got some
Powerade, that whatever
body armor.
Yeah, that drink. Yeah.
And then there's a big Disney Vacation Club booth that's right behind us, and we got Disney Vacation Club headbands. Or I got 2 headbands because I'm sure Amy's never going to actually wear hers.
But it's cute, and there's a chance to win a $250 Disney gift card. We lost, but you can sign up and see if you can win that.
Yeah, it's cool that they've got a Disney Vacation Club presence here as well at the Expo, and there's all kinds of things that you can buy if you need just some last minute gear before the race. I assume that the entire race season, this is going to be very similar throughout 2023 and 2024, so be sure to stick around and spend some time at the Expo when you're here and get your headbands.
There are some food truck type places, some little ESPN carts throughout the area here at the Expo where you can buy stuff if you're hungry. I've always wanted to try this cilantro place. It's a little food truck that has quesadillas and stuff. So I got one. Paul's gonna share it with me. I will say this was a chicken quesadilla. It was $13.50 plus I tipped 15%. A little expensive for the size. It's kind of small, but I've been wanting to try it, so we'll see how it is.
We picked a really sunny place to sit. The quesadilla was okay. Probably not worth like $16 or whatever Amy paid for it. Extremely hot, so it had to sit for a little bit. Came with some salsa that we're pretty sure is jarred salsa. So stick to what you love here at Disney and don't try the random quesadilla. As we're walking to the car, I thought it was worth mentioning that if you are staying on property throughout a Run Disney weekend, there are buses that are going to be able to take you to and from the race, but also to and from the Expo. So there are a bunch of charter buses and things over there. We actually drove from home and then we're headed over to Animal Kingdom Lodge where we're staying for the next 2 nights. But there are buses and transportation to get around the Expo, to get to the races themselves and everything else. And also, while I say this, if there are any questions that you think of related to Run Disney as we kind of go on with this video, please put them down in the comments. We are actually going to be doing probably an episode of the DVC show pretty soon with some friends of ours that are all Run Disney kind of big fans, and just talk about the program a little bit more, talk about why it makes sense if you're a Disney Vacation Club member or why it makes sense if you're a Run Disney person and potentially buying into Disney Vacation Club. So put those comments down below and we'll get to them all when we film that show. So we just checked into our Jambo House Deluxe studio for the next 2 nights, and we've got one that's kind of overlooking the pool area. The roof here is actually basically the restaurant area outside, but we previously did a Jambo House, this one right here, did a Jambo House Deluxe Studio Tour previously. We'll link that in the description down below. But anything special about this room that...
Yeah, we got lucky both times. So in our last video, we booked standard view both last time and this time. We're kind of point misers. So at Jambo House, we kind of stick to the standard views because you can get a partial Savannah view or a pool view. I think both of those are pretty good. And besides that, we're going to be doing a lot of the race stuff. We're going to be very tired and sleeping. So we don't really need a Savannah view for this.
It's basically a room to crash in.
Right, but what I do love is this is the second time we've had a dedicated studio, so there's no lock-off door, which means we most likely won't hear our neighbors, and it'll be cool or quieter. I was gonna say colder, I don't know why I said that. It'll be quieter, which I love. I love having dedicated studios.
The other cool thing, most Disney Vacation Club properties seem to have had this installed by now, and it is the Hey Disney device by Amazon. So we will play around with this a little bit later, but it is now in the Jambo House rooms as well. And we've got some friends staying in Old Key West and Riviera, and they've reported that they've had those there also. But yeah, nice room as always. If we see anything worth noting that's either maybe not as it should be or something to comment on, we'll let you know.
It's kind of funny to me how the preferred view at like villas at Disneyland Hotel is basically a pool view. That's the preferred view that you pay more points for, so that you're not overlooking, you know, like the dumpster or the mechanical area or the residential area. But here at Jambo House, a standard view is going to be the pool view or the partial Savannah. So this is a great value, this resort. It's one of my top 5 favorite resorts. We actually haven't stayed at Kidani Village for a long time. I'm hoping that we get over there sometime in the future. But Jambo House, one of my favorites. At Kidani, a standard view can be in the parking lot, like facing the parking lot. But here at Jambo House, it's always going to be facing the pool or facing the Savannah.
So this is the first Disney Vacation Club room that we've stayed in that has installed the Hey Disney devices. I know I've seen reports throughout the DVC Fan Facebook group, I believe, of these at Old Key West, Polynesian. They're basically, I think, at most of the resorts at this point in time. But very similar to an Amazon Alexa, it is an Amazon device if you have these at home. But they do also come with a nice little cheat sheet that's here on the table beside the device that kind of tells you everything that it can do. So you can say things like, hey Disney, what's the weather? Hey Disney, good morning, tell a joke, all of that kind of stuff. Now it's not reacting right now because actually when we came in the room, it is already on a privacy mode, so the microphone is off. So I know a lot of people have been worried, you know, are these things going to be listening to us throughout the entire day that we're in the room? But when you actually walk in the room, it is already set to essentially a privacy mode. And on the card here, the first thing that it says to do is to turn the microphone on by just pressing the little red button on the top of the device here. And then you can basically ask it to do whatever you want. I asked it a couple minutes ago to set an alarm. Let's check and see what the weather is going to be like for the race tomorrow. Hey Disney, what is the weather tomorrow?
Tomorrow, you'll see partly sunny weather and can expect a high of 80 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 55 degrees.
You can also just ask it what it does as well. So you can say, hey Disney, what do you do?
Hi there, the Disney Magical Companion here. And I love helping out, like C-3PO. To discover my mad skills, say or tap, get things from my room, send a cast member, plan my day, explore Disney fun, or try more things.
So that is the Hey Disney device that is in the rooms. I also looked at this earlier. I do find it hilarious that they're branded to the 50th anniversary, and they really didn't get installed until the 50th anniversary kind of came to an end. But that's Hey Disney for you. It's basically an Alexa.
I could help you with that.
And I don't know why it's still talking to me, so I'm just going to press that microphone off button, and the microphone is off again.
What makes ghosts grumpy?
And now it's telling me
The rain. It really dampens their spirits.
That was a joke and a half right there. All right, there's Hey Disney for you. I left Amy in the room. She's doing some work at the moment, but I actually just mobile ordered at the Mara. So throughout any Run Disney race, most of your quick service restaurants in the hotels are going to have what's called like a race pack or a runner's pack. And this is just like a little breakfast snack pack that's going to have a couple essentials like a small bottle of water, a banana, granola bar, bagel, and I think that's about it. But it's a nice little thing to kind of have in the room for when you're waking up at like 2:30, 3 in the morning and you're headed to the race, just something to get in your system to kind of start the day. So I'm headed down to the Mara right now to pick that up. Walking to the Mara, I also passed this sign where they've got special activities and stuff for Run Disney after the races. So they've got a relaxation station here by the pool with some complimentary snacks. We saw some of that. That's basically the same stuff that's kind of going to be part of this runner's pack. Some fruit and things like that, water. And then just some poolside activities and games, as always, so that you can lounge by the pool and enjoy the rest of your day after a long run. All right, race pack is acquired. Again, nothing too crazy going on here. We've got a small bottle of water. We've got our bagel. I think that there's some peanut butter to go with the bagel. Yep, a banana, and then a Nutri-Grain bar for the morning. This will just be something small that Amy and I can split before we head out and run 13.1 miles. Amy's done working. She asked me to take videos of her, well, not of her, of the room for a reel and a TikTok. And I just took a bunch of videos of her working.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Anytime. We are at the bus stop currently. We are going to get on a bus to head over to Hollywood Studios this evening, grab dinner with our friends David, Dan, and Jeff. They will be running with us, so you might see them. We may ask them some questions about Run Disney and what their thoughts are for the weekend. I know Jeff is probably already very nervous. And,
yeah, he gets like me. I get a little bit anxious. I'm okay right now. I do want to throw in, just because we're sitting here, but Jambo House is my favorite bus stop area of all the DVC resorts. It's so nice. It's so large. It's all completely covered. And you can get out and stay covered until you get up into the building, which is awesome compared to a lot of the other resorts bus areas. So this one is amazing.
The fact that you like any bus area is extremely shocking at this point.
I know. I'm getting spoiled because we have a car all the time, but sometimes it's nice to take a Disney bus, and this is definitely my favorite bus spot if I had to rate them.
There you go. Best Disney Vacation Club bus spot.
I could rate anything DVC. I'm pretty sure.
Best DVC toilets.
Toilets?
You said anything. That's what I went with. Nope, I meant toilets.
I don't judge the toilets that closely. I'll have to start looking.
Okay. Come back for that content real soon.
I like your shoelaces. They're nice and bright. I don't have any shoelaces, so.
For 20 years.
Dinner at Hollywood Studios. If you hang out with Amy Krieger, she'll convince you to buy a Disney Vacation Club contract.
No.
There's
the new owners.
There's Dan, and he's putting in offers on contracts as we speak here. And Jeff isn't too sure about it just yet, and David's just along for the ride.
Yeah.
So,
I might just sympathy buy.
David's gonna bid it up.
Yeah.
That's what he would do.
Which contract number was it?
Yeah, exactly. So anyhow, this is what happens before Run Disney races: is we just sit around and we buy more DVC contracts.
We're going everywhere anyway.
So we got some food at Hollywood Studios. Where did we end up actually ordering from?
Rosie's. Basically,
Rosie's,
the place that had
American,
chicken tenders.
whatever. Yeah.
It was
burgers and chicken tenders.
It was basically the quintessential theme park food.
Yeah. We didn't want anything too crazy or spicy or anything the night before a big race. So, and now we're in the bus line. We spent some time with some friends, and we are headed to bed. It is 6:49 p.m. and the bus is here. It's going to take us back to Jambo House. I think we're planning to wake up at like 2:15 a.m.
Yeah, it's daylight savings, so we have to be careful that we don't wake up too early
because then we'll be up an hour before we really wanted to be up. So we're aiming for like 2:15. to then head to Epcot by like 3. So that's kind of the game plan at this point. But yeah, that's kind of the night before a Run Disney race, is you head to bed a little bit early, or you never go bed and you party all night long. So no,
We're too old.
we're too old for that. So yeah, headed back to Animal Kingdom. Happy race day, DVC fan. It is currently about 2:30 a.m. on the day of the Wine Dine Half Marathon. We got up probably around like 2:05, 2:10. And I have no real science to what we do. We just try to have like as normal of like a morning as possible. Like make sure that you have something to drink. So we made some coffee. Got into the race pack, made the bagel that was in there with the peanut butter, and then just trying to wake ourselves up a little bit before we go stand around for a few hours. That is one of the biggest things to keep in mind here with Run Disney, is that you're going to get there and you're probably going to stand around for an hour and a half or more. So just plan for that when it comes to your day and everything that you're doing. One of the cool aspects of the race days, they'll give you this plastic bag that you can actually take extra stuff in, and then you check that at one of like a million trucks that are sitting there basically waiting. It's called bag check. So if you've got extra clothes you want to take with you, don't take anything valuable, but you can take those things with you to the race and then check them right before you go into the corrals and everything. So Amy's getting ready, and we had a pretty good night's sleep here at Jambo House. Nothing too crazy to note. Our fridge was making a weird noise most of the night. It just kind of randomly sounded like someone was inside of it and wanted to get out. But other than that, pretty great night, and I think we're refreshed and ready to take on the race. Also worth noting, Hey Disney did not wake us up whatsoever. We were nervous enough as it was to...
I'll ask Alexa for that.
Now it's deciding
Thanks
to
for
talk.
letting me know.
Okay, now it's just... I muted it again because it's just randomly talking, but we set our alarms as well, which thankfully woke us up. But Hey Disney didn't wake us up.
Hello. Good morning. Trying to get myself situated and all the things that I need in my pocket, like my chapstick. My lips get really chapped when I run. I feel like I just dropped something. I'm not
Did you
sure.
bring a runner's belt?
My what?
Did you bring a runner's belt?
No, I didn't want to bring it this time because I actually have pockets that zip up. So I'm going to use those instead. So I'm going to put my phone over here, my chapstick and my AirPod case over here. And then I have a little pocket here, and it's kind of cold, so I don't think I'm going to take this off. And I actually don't want to lose it. But it's 60. That's cold for me. So I'm just going to go with my pockets.
It is now around 2:45 a.m., 2:50 a.m., and we are headed to the car to drive over to Epcot. So they do have bus transportation coming from Animal Kingdom Lodge or all of the Walt Disney World resorts that you can take. We typically like to just drive our car over. I feel like it's just gives us a little bit more freedom. I did somewhat hope that we would wake up this morning to like a Christmas tree or something here in the main lobby at Animal Kingdom Lodge, but I know deep down inside, I know it's way too early for that. It's still early November. Amy's really excited. She's not a morning person.
I'm not. I'm also just a little bit worried about my foot. It's just being a little weird this morning, but it's kind of par for the course.
If you had to give a first-time runner of a Run Disney event an early morning 3 a.m. tip, what would it be?
Eat something. It's always really hard for me to eat in the morning, but you'll be happy if you eat something. So Paul and I shared a bagel, and I had a Nutri-Grain bar, and drink water, Powerade, whatever. Just drink something with some fluid in it, and that's it. Oh, the hardest part for me is the waiting and standing on that hard concrete. So just get your mind ready for that. I actually I think last year I sat down for a while.
You did, yeah. You just
Once we
pop
get
down on the. So when we get over there, I'll switch over to the iPhone and film as much as I can. But essentially, you get loaded into corrals where they will keep you. I think we're in the wrong parking row, but you guys are gonna explore with us and find that out. But they put you in corrals depending on what times you submitted when you registered for the race. And oh, we are in the right row. Look at that. I'm like a squirrel. But they put you in corrals and you literally stand there for the better part of like an hour or so. So you're standing there on concrete.
Yeah.
It's cooler, so if you spend that much time outside, then you're gonna slowly get cold. Everything's gonna tighten up. So that's probably the biggest part of the morning to kind of just prepare for, is there's going to be a lot of walking and a lot of standing before you ever actually do any running.
Something else, especially if you're not really like a seasoned runner, and you're thinking about doing a Run Disney race, I really recommend looking at the Galloway training program, which Disney provides for you. And that's basically how I got more confident running, because it is interval running, which is actually safer for you. Our car's talking to us. It's safer, it prevents injuries, it helps keep your heart rate managed during the actual race, and I have very bumpy, I'm not very good at holding the camera, but that's what I recommend. We trained in intervals. We did a minute of running and 30 seconds of walking when we trained for the 10-miler, and then we stuck with that for the 10-miler. For the half marathon, especially because we were training in the middle of Florida in the summer, we moved to 1 minute running and 1 minute of walking. And just because I've been having some issues with my foot, and it's a longer race. I've never done a half marathon before. I actually didn't even make it. I said that earlier in the video. I have not gone past 10 miles in my training. We've just been so busy. We've had, my mom stayed with us, and we've just had so many things going on. So I think we're going to stick with that today, and we'll see how things go. But, I used to really care about my time, especially when we were training for the 10-miler. And I've kind of changed that mindset to, it's more about having fun, finishing the race, enjoying my experience. So that's kind of what I'm gonna focus on. I just want to finish and have a good time, and that's about it.
I wanted to point out some of the things that we've bought basically since we started Run Disney, just that might be things that you might want to have with you. So I've got a runner's belt, so it's basically, I call it a glorified small fanny pack that I can carry a couple credit cards in, my AirPods, anything small that I might need. Amy used one on the last race that had her chapstick and stuff in, as we talked about a little bit earlier. We bought these little loop things that go around the back of your neck that hold your AirPods and then actually magnetically connect them together, just because I don't ever lose my AirPods, but on 14 miles you just don't know. So I'd rather not have to buy new $200-$300 AirPods. Obviously invest in a good pair of running shoes, some good socks. Body Glide is something that once you get into the runner's world, if you've not heard of, you're going to be addicted to. So yeah, anything else that you can think of?
No, I never use Body Glide though, but just having a good pair of shoes, a good pair of running shoes. We both run in Brooks, and socks that work well and don't slip down. Those things. When you run in colder temperatures, a lot of people will bring some sort of a sweatshirt or hoodie that they do not care if they lose. So basically, if it gets hot halfway through the race, you can take it off, you throw it in the grass, and then Disney actually collects those, and I believe they donate them. So that's a thing. I'm actually hoping not to lose my pull-up this time, but it also just looks like it's going to stay colder, so that's why I chose something that I didn't plan to toss. But yeah, other than that,
in 1,000 feet,
Just be ready to get up early in the morning. That's the hardest part, really, and the standing around part.
So we walked over to the finish line, which is right behind Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind here. We've come through security. Amy's got a nice Mylar to keep her warm.
It works too.
Yeah. So we're just kind of hanging out. The corrals are already open. It's about 3:30. We're in Corral C for this race. So we've got, I believe, until like 5:15 to actually get into the corral.
5:05.
5:05. The people watching this, they don't need to know that. Their corral times could be different. You never know. But yeah, just kind of hanging out and enjoying the start-finish line. Our friends Jeff and Dan are with us. Dan actually, we'll see if we can get him to talk about it a little bit, but he actually typically does medical for the finish line here. So he's here checking runners as they come through the chute and making sure that they're okay, they don't need anything. But today, we talked him into a half marathon. So
His first one.
First ever half marathon with Amy. How you feeling?
Good. I have to go to the bathroom though.
We're about 2 miles in, I think.
Yeah, 2 miles. We're gonna stop in Germany. Quick bathroom break.
Quick bathroom break in Germany, and then we keep going. But having fun. We're on the boardwalk.
3 down.
3 down. Run around the boardwalk.
Point 1.
Always optimistic.
We are on the 8th mile.
8th mile?
Yeah.
7? We're over halfway.
Past 7.
Past 7.
So somewhere around 8.
We're on the middle of an interstate right now with cars going by us. So I think we've got,
so bright.
this is going to be the worst part of this half marathon. There's like 2 or 3 miles of just straight interstate at this point. So yeah, we're at the miserable point, but over halfway and having fun. Fun check. Last 2 miles.
Yep.
Amy's eating some of the sports beans.
I love these things.
Jeff, how we doing? Oh, we're doing good. We're almost done. Fun check? Fun check! Yeah! We did it!
Yeah.
Amy's first half marathon in the books! How do you feel?
Honestly, it was easier than I thought it would be. We didn't go too fast, but I thought it was comfortable.
Yeah.
Except for me being old and my whole body aching.
Unless you know each other.
Except for feeling old and having aches and pains. Other than that, the rest of it felt great.
Yeah, we're gonna get our medal. We're in the beer line. It's about 2 miles long, so we will have run 15 miles at that point in time. But it's why we run, is to enjoy a beer afterwards.
All right, David, tell us what you're eating and what you thought of the race.
This is Egg in a Cone. I run every Run Disney race to get Egg in a Cone. Egg in a Cone is a food truck, and I never see it anywhere but here. It's basically like a pizza cone place, so it's like pizza in a cone. But for breakfast, they make a scrambled egg version. So it's pizza crust and scrambled egg and cheese, and it's amazing.
Wow.
And everyone thinks it's terrible, but it's amazing. Try it.
How did the race go?
$8. The race went great.
What characters did you stop for?
I stopped for the some random people from the Haunted Mansion. I stopped for who was that for? I stopped for Oogie Boogie, and I stopped for what was the first one?
Duffy.
Duffy. I stopped for Duffy because
And
I've never
Miguel.
seen Duffy in America.
Yeah.
And Miguel at the end.
All right, so Dan here and myself, it was both of our first half marathons. What did you think?
It was good. I was strong. About mile 10, it was when I started to get a little sore, legs started to hurt, but powered through.
And so, questions for you. So you're used to doing medical.
So I volunteer for all the medical races. So this is my first half. Seeing the rest of the course and seeing everybody out there was a new side of it. So it was fantastic.
Yeah, awesome. I'm really tired, but I'm glad that we did it. I thought it was a good day. And the weather is so nice right now. The sun feels good, so happy about that.
Jeff's busy Instagramming, but I wanted to get his opinion. So we've done 3 Run Disney races together now. We did the half marathon weekend last year. We did a 10 miler, and then this one. Yep. What's your thought of this one compared to the others?
This one was fun. The long roads were a lot.
Yeah.
Took the wind out of my sails.
Yeah. There was a long 3-mile stretch of interstate that was kind of bad, but I think we had the most fun
Most fun, yeah. We finally stopped for a picture.
We finally
Never stopped for a picture.
We're too scared of the balloon ladies
Yeah.
to actually stop for a picture, so we stopped for 2 pictures. So go us. Next time we're doing all of them.
Yeah. I feel like logistically too, like getting us out of the corrals, we were in corral C. We were out by...
It was fast.
I feel like we were out by 20 after 5.
Yeah. They were
Maybe
cruising.
even sooner. Yeah,
They were moving along through those corrals this morning, and we got out on the course early, and I think it's just kind of the aches and pains now, but overall cardiovascularly felt very good. So all in all, good Wine Dine Half Marathon.
We are back in the room, and it has been several hours. We've been just kind of
chilling.
chilling like villains.
Well, I had some work to do, but yeah, we've just been relaxing, and later we're gonna go to Epcot, ride Guardians, because I got a boarding group around mile 9 somewhere.
It was a whole ordeal. We didn't know whether or not we should run that interval or walk, and
we ran it.
Were you running while you actually got it?
It was our walk interval was right
as it
yeah.
happened.
So
Perfect.
We're gonna go to Il Molino for dinner.
Il Molino for dinner,
which I'm really excited for some good Italian pasta, and then we're gonna go to the after party at Epcot.
So as part of the Wine and Dine weekend, they have an exclusive after party for those that participate in the half marathon. So it starts, I believe, around 10 p.m. and runs until 1 a.m. or something like that.
Yeah, they do also sell tickets to just the party itself. Like if you're running the 10K and you want to go to the party. But
and friends and family can purchase tickets, I believe.
But it's it's a very late party. And then with our half marathon purchase, we got a $15 gift card that we could add to our Apple Wallet that is good for the party because the food booths are open. I think you said that. Maybe not.
I don't think I said that at all.
No, I wasn't listening. I assumed you did.
All of the food booths will be open for food and wine. They also will have an exclusive special drink for the Wine and Dine Half Marathon weekend that comes in a little cool souvenir cup, so we're going to try to get that. They have a special commemorative pin for the weekend that is available only at the after party as well. So a lot of exclusive stuff. And we learned today that it sounds like they're going to do a similar after party for the Springtime Surprise weekend that is going to be at Typhoon Lagoon Water Park. It looks basically like H2O Glow Nights if you've done that, or if you've done the Moonlight Magic event at Typhoon Lagoon. So it looks like they're going to do that this year for people participating in the Springtime Surprise. Don't know if that's included in the ticket.
Yeah.
We've not looked into that just yet. They said that you could go on runDisney to purchase tickets. So I don't know, is it included or is it an extra thing?
We're gonna miss Springtime this year. It was my first.
Maybe.
Okay, it's the day after we get off of the Icon cruise, so we'll see. That would be kind of rough, but maybe.
We come back from the Icon the Seas with Royal Caribbean on a Saturday, and then the 10-miler is on Sunday. But we're thinking about it a little bit, maybe. So that'll be fun. But yeah, post half marathon is just kind of lounging around the hotel room a little bit, doing a little bit of work. I've been on the couch writing articles for DVC Fan, and yeah, just kind of enjoying being here and being on property and in our room before we head out for our evening's worth of events.
We've made it to Epcot. We actually just got off of Guardians. Right when we got here, our boarding group was called. We had a pretty early boarding group, but the ride's actually been down most of the day. I think it will be available for the after party later tonight as well, but that'll be not a virtual queue for the specific Run Disney event. So we are currently going to weave our way through Epcot, out the International Gateway, and head over to the Swan and Dolphin for our dinner at Il Molino. So everyone is super hungry, pasta, wine, gonna just totally fill up because it has been a long day for us.
This is good.
What do you get?
So we are in the Swan, waiting for our dinner at Il Molino, and there is a newer coffee shop. It wasn't there when we stayed here last. It's called
That was like 2 years ago?
Yeah, it's called Java. It's very pretty. And I'm not a coffee drinker, but they have these like iced tea refresher type things. There's a berry one, there's a peach one, a couple other ones, and that's what I got. Like a berry refresher. It's similar to like a Starbucks refresher, but this has tea in it. I don't think the Starbucks refreshers do. It's good, but it's like $8.50, so a little expensive. I know. It is a lot of ice. I was so thirsty. It's refreshing. So
How they get you. They tell you your table's not ready yet, so you can go buy an $8.50 refresher.
I feel dehydrated. I could drink like 10 of these. So
That would be like $85?
yeah, that'd be a lot. I can't afford that.
Be a lot. We're waiting for our table for Il Molino and just hanging out here at the Swan. Just wrapped up dinner at Il Molino, and we are back on the boardwalk heading over to Epcot for the after party for Wine and Dine. What did you have for dinner? What did you think?
I had the rigatoni, which is one of my favorite dishes. It is a tad spicy, but not too much for me. The landing dance hall is hopping right now with music.
And by hopping, we just mean that there's music
nobody
playing. I don't think there's anyone actually in there at the moment. But we are not going in there.
Anyways, I had the rigatoni. It was great. I had the trattoria salad. It's changed a little bit since I had it last, but it was still good. Always like Il Molino. My favorite thing though is the free bread, the focaccia that comes in the basket. Excellent. But yeah, we're going over to Epcot, and I am so tired, and it's cold out here, so I don't know that we're gonna last too long.
Yeah, I went with the veal Milanese over at Il Molino for dinner. That's the second time I've had it there. Amazing. Definitely kind of my go-to for a meal over there. But everyone, I think, enjoyed the dinner. We had a wonderful time. They're all kind of walking up ahead up here. We are walking by the boardwalk right now, which is currently still under refurbishment. We've heard some rumors that there's a little bit of a delay going on with the refurb, but we think that hopefully sometime in December, the preview center may reopen, which may give us a look at what these new refurbished rooms at the boardwalk might be like. So we're excited for that, and we're gonna go party it up at Epcot. Can't find the off button. Jeff and I got the specialty drink, more so for the cup than anything else. It is a glow blinky cup that you can take with you, so a nice souvenir. $15 even, so you get a $15 promotional card for coming to the event, and they charge you that entire amount for a blinky glow cup. What'd you think of the drink? I've not even tried it yet. I'm gonna try it.
Very strong, very sweet.
Thank you. Oh yeah, super sweet. Yeah, that's a sugar high for you. It's almost like, I feel like there's like pog juice or something in there. It's definitely like a tropically something, but pretty good. Let's have Amy Krieger try it, because she's always the real judge when it comes to a drink. So
I am not a good connoisseur. I love the glow. Oh my gosh. It's kind of like one of the lanterns from Tangled.
It's a glow cup.
I like it. It is, I don't even know. I have no idea what's in this. It's got a nice sweetness. It's not too strong.
Amy approved. If she likes an alcoholic drink, then
Definitely pineapple juice. I love pineapple juice.
maybe a pog juice? No?
I don't know. I didn't look. It's my fault. I wasn't expecting to try it.
We'll look it up later. But there you go. Specialty beverage for the Wine Dine Half Marathon after party. All right, the game of the night has been to find out where to spend the free $15 that you got as part of the party. Dan here, I believe, found the best choice, which was over at the Grease Pavilion. You could get, it was like seven of assorted pastries for like $15.75. And this thing's got some heft to it. Like, it is a hefty little box of treats that keeps flapping open. You can't really see in there. I got some other footage that I think I'll put over top of this, but like that's a deal. Like 7 little pastries for $15. I would say that's one of the better deals at Disney. So for comparison purposes, Jeff got this waffle, which was $5. So he could have gotten 3 of these waffles for $15. I still think that the pastries over in Greece was the better choice. We have eaten and we have done a lap around Epcot, and I think it's going on 11.
Yeah, we lasted an hour.
We lasted an hour at the after
The party goes until 1 a.m.
Yeah. For all intents and purposes, we did get here at 9. We saw the fireworks. And so we have been in Epcot for 2 hours, but...
Yeah. And we came through Epcot before we went to dinner, so...
I still stand by what I think I've said before, which is that of all the Run Disney events, this one really gives you the best value, because if you are coming here on vacation, you don't have to buy an Epcot ticket because you do get this huge after-hour party, and I think you could get in as early as like 5 o'clock.
It was 5, yeah.
With that ticket. So, I mean, that gives you the entire...
The music's a little loud over here.
little loud music. We might come back to you later.
It's just a big white
blob. I don't remember what we were talking about where we left off last, but I think I was saying something to the effect of, in terms of Run Disney races, I do think the Wine and Dine Half Marathon is one of the best values because of the after party and everything you get. So I think I definitely, like, if you're considering a race, that might be a good starting point.
Yeah.
Even if, I think you said this earlier, even if you're just doing the 5K or 10K, you can buy the after party ticket. So a good option. But it's been a fun 2 days, but we're going to go to sleep because we are tired. We've been up for a long time at this point, but it's been great sharing kind of this Run Disney / DVC, I don't know, like mashup with you. I don't even know what to call it, but yeah, as always, if you love our content, please hit that thumbs up button, like and subscribe to the DVC Fan YouTube channel, and join in the conversation over at dvcfan.com and in the DVC Fan Facebook group. And we will see you guys next time.